Hey guys, welcome back to Cambrias Kitchen. Today we're gonna be making banana bread. I really like muffins because they're easier, I feel like, and you can just like grab a serving or two instead of like slicing the bread. Banana bread's fun, don't get me wrong, but you can bake this in either muffins or as banana bread. I'll leave the different lengths to bake it at in the description box. But nevertheless, this is completely gluten-free and dairy-free. Quickly, you can always substitute eggs with flaxseed eggs. And then if you're allergic to nuts and you can't do almond flour, you can always swap out almond flour with a pre-made baking flour blend that's gluten-free. So it probably will have like rice starch and maybe potato starch. I personally like almond flour because it's grain-free. Anyway, without further ado, we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna start out with the dry ingredients and I'm gonna add it into my mixer. You don't need to use a mixer, but if you want, you can. So we're gonna do 3/4 of a cup of almond flour into our mixer. Once again, you can always substitute almond flour for a gluten-free flour blend. So I'll leave one that I really like by Bob's Red Mill in the description box that you can check out if you can't have nuts. There's like different variations of this recipe that I made up to make it less complicated. I just like my recipe is like super perfect. Arrowroot flour is the one thing that I talked to you guys about last time that is like my new obsession in the kitchen because it really holds things together well. And if you can't have gluten, arrowroot starch or flour is a great option to have in your baking and in your kitchen because it works really well and it's very messy, so beware. But we're gonna do 1/4 of a cup of the arrowroot flour. If you don't wanna add arrowroot flour, you can just do 1 whole cup of almond flour. So I just wanna make that really clear. I really suggest getting arrowroot flour because it is amazing and it's gonna make the bread taste like so thick and dense, but really good and fluffy. There's your 1/4 of a cup of your arrowroot starch. Then we're gonna add in our salt, and you can add in about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I just do a few turns of this until it looks about right for me. Does anybody else like not really measure the salt? I just kind of throw it in, I'm like, that looks good. And then grab your baking powder. We're gonna need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. We're also gonna add in another optional ingredient. So I'm gonna leave the different variations of this recipe in the description box so that you don't get confused. So I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. This is actually called coconut crystals, but it's like coconut sugar basically. And it's just a low glycemic, unrefined version of sugar, which is what I love about it. And I just get flour on my shirt every single time. Okay, my shirt's dirty. So I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of this into our dry ingredients and then we're gonna blend. All right, so now we're on to the wet ingredients. So we're gonna need 2 overripe bananas. And I used to not understand why this was important. It's really important to have the overripe bananas. It helps the overall consistency of the bread, and it also makes it really, really sweet. So once your bananas are mashed, then you're gonna add in your vanilla extract. This is my favorite kind. I'm gonna use 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then we're gonna use 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. I love coconut oil so much for baking, for cooking, for everything. Coconut oil is really great. We're gonna mix that together. Next, you're gonna add in your eggs. So we're gonna do 3 eggs. Now we're gonna add in our wet ingredients and we're gonna start mixing this. Again, if you don't have a mixer, it's okay. Our banana bread muffins are done. They are so good. Once again, the chocolate chips are optional. I always like banana bread with chocolate chips though. Oh my gosh, they're so delicious, so moist. They're high in fiber, they're low in sugar, especially because we use coconut sugar, which is low glycemic, or you can just do the natural sugar with the bananas. They make a great mid-morning snack or even afternoon snack. They're so yummy, they're so delicious. You can even just grab a couple and if you're in a hurry and take them for breakfast to school or work.
It's moist. That's good. Good job. Keep
So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you try out the recipes, hashtag Cambrias Kitchen. As always, these are seriously so amazing, you guys. Don't forget to share your pictures with me, and I will see you guys in the next Cambrias Kitchen. Don't forget to leave requests. I'd love to take your suggestions and get in the kitchen and get cooking and baking for you. Don't forget to hit the bell on my channel to get notified for every time I post a new video so that you never miss any of these videos. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.